So I'm on the trail between Kibbe and Indian Point. 2016 when I did this trail, it was insane mud and just so brutal, but they fixed it. And now it's awesome. So easy. But I hear the third portage is really bad this year, but the first two being this easy, I'm super happy. It's really been great to know that that's been easy this far. So the plan is to go to Indian Point Lake tonight and stay at the cabin. We'll see if it's available. So, I look a little haggard, I know. I am on day 2 on Isaac Lake. It's a bit of a grind, not gonna lie. There's been a headwind all day yesterday and all day today, no matter what. And I've started at 7:30 in the morning both days. It was, I think, a little ambitious trying to do Isaac Lake in 2 days. But I'm gonna keep going. Last night I stayed at Camp 19, which is Lynx Creek. There was a cabin there that I was planning on staying in, but unfortunately there was a family that decided to stay twice. So they took up the cabin both nights, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, I was fine, and there was a monsoon rainstorm that night, and I stayed dry in my hammock with my tarp. I was worried that my tarp was gonna start to leak, I'm not gonna lie. But it didn't, so I'm okay. But now I'm paddling as efficiently as I can on this tub of a sup to the chute, which is really far. So it's gonna be another slog of a day because it's got a headwind. If there was no headwind, it'd be fine. But there's a headwind, so it's a grunt.
Oh yeah, look at her.
Whoa. Nice. Oh, she's gonna go back and get it. Have some fun. Do it again, yeah. She's gonna ferry across to us. Piece of cake.
That's really safe.
Yeah, it looked really smooth. No real bouncing around. All right, go up and do it again.
So I'm on the portage from, where am I? Isaac Lake, on my way to McCleary Lake. I've just come down there and we're going down there. So the portage sucks, but it's still fun. So I ran the chute and the roller coaster, which the chute's fine, sort of, for me especially, but I was fine. But the roller coaster has a log right where most people would go, so that's pretty sketchy for most people if they don't have like really good control over their boat. And what's really funny is the Germans in their pontoon raft thing were considering going down this. glad they decided to portage. Anyway, heading on. Okay, I think it's called Isaac Falls, and it's pretty heavy duty. You can hear it in the background. This is the hardest Portage Trail in my opinion, not because of mud and bogs, but because of rocks. So these falls are pretty serious. Obviously you have to portage these. But the Portage Trail is very muddy. Well, not super muddy, but it's a bit muddy because it's been pretty muddy, but it's really steep here with rocks. So if you're gonna flip your cart, this is where you do it. This is where I flipped my canoe last time I was here. It was a very stressful day, but today, no problem. It's pretty steep down there. Kind of got my sup parked on a tree so it doesn't roll away on me. Just came from up here, and I'm pretty sure this is the corner, like coming down that hill. I'm pretty sure this is the corner where I just like lost my canoe last time and like broke it, and it was a nightmare. But the stand-up paddleboard, it's so light that it kind of rolls over this stuff no problem. So it's pretty good. But today started out super rainy. It's let up a bit now, but everything is really wet. Like Gore-Tex is kind of soaked through by now, and it'd be nice to have a night to dry out. So hopefully there will be sun around the corner. So I am currently floating down the Caribou River, trying to stay warm and then like not too warm, and then warm and then not too warm. The weather here is nuts. It's like torrential downpour with like headwind, and then the sun just like opens up again. It's pretty interesting. So I've left some nasty weather behind me, and I am moving into some nice weather below. And this is probably going to be the end of the Caribou River for me soon, because I've been floating on it for a while now. And it's pretty mellow. There's definitely some deadheads that would mess some novice canoeists up for sure. And it sounds like there was somebody who flipped here on Wednesday or something, and they had to like evacuate them out. But that's pretty nuts if you can't control your canoe on something like this. It's pretty slow, but there are deadheads, and there's one spot that you actually have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're gonna hit a tree. But mostly the craziest thing is just entering into this from McCleary Lake. The crystal clear McCleary Lake joins up with this milky brown Milk River looking river, and where those two meet, it's actually pretty boily and crazy in there. So a lot of canoeists, I'm guessing, get a little scared in there for sure. But yeah, I'm just heading down towards Lanizy Lake, and probably gonna stay at Turner Creek because it's got a cook shelter. And I mean, we had some serious rain today, like monsoon rains, but at this point it's like, meh, whatever. Super used to the rain by now. So it just would be nice to like have like one night with no rain. That would be great. And then I could actually like dry stuff out. That would be awesome. So Turner Creek it is, and there's a creek there, which I think I remember I caught a fish there last time. I can't remember. It would have been a small rainbow, but I'm heading there, and we'll see what the outlet of this river looks like when it hits the lake. So here I am on Lanizy Lake. It's a beautiful morning, thank God. The sun is shining. The lake is calm. Holy cow. It's really pretty here. And I'm just so thankful that there's no wind. And we actually had a bit of a tailwind to start this morning. It was a cold night. It was crystal clear night. Wolves were howling. Owls were doing their thing. I had dreams of like deer going underneath my hammock and like scratching their backs on the way and just going back and forth under my hammock. I don't know if that was real or if it was a dream. Hopefully it was a dream. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it was cold last night. I was bundled right up. Nice clear day. And the mountains around here are awesome. Like glaciers and snow and mountains. I like it a lot. I like this lake. It's being nice to me. It's being much nicer today than it was yesterday. But yeah, lots of these little waterfalls coming in from the side. And little Corbin is a family that I've met along the way. We've been camping at the same spots. He caught his first fish yesterday on a little micro leech that I gave him for his tenkara rod that he doesn't even know how to use, but he caught his first fish, like legit, and he was so excited. So that was kind of fun yesterday. But anyways, I've got to go to Una today, so it's a long ways down there. I gotta keep paddling. I've just stopped on Sandy Lake for a break. It's really nice and calm. Oh man, do we ever deserve calm? It's actually picked up a bit. It was complete glass before. Anyway, and I'm heading to Una, like I said before, and making good time today. It's only 12, and I'm gonna be rounding up at the end of Sandy Lake here pretty soon. So I should be going into Una by hopefully 2 o'clock or so. So that'll be really, really nice. But the last time I did this trip, I did stay here on Sandy, and I stayed at a campsite further down the lake, which the family I've been kind of hanging out with is going to stay at that one. So that's cool for them, because this will be really nice for them. Actual sun and a beach for the kids to play on. Even though they're like so pumped on fishing now, but there's really, I don't know if there's any fish in here, but they'll try. But yeah, super nice. Really, really, really nice. Nice to have sun. So I'm on Squoy Lake, and right behind me are 2 moose feeding right next to the Portage Trail. Just over there. I think I remember seeing moose here before. There were tracks all along the Portage Trail all the way here. So they're just over there munching away on their grass. And there's 2 of them. So I've just been surfing my way down Spectacle Lake. Wicked tailwind, which is awesome. A family with huge canoes just passed me, flying by, sailing. They had huge tarps. They're already like way in front of me. They're at Pat's Point, which is right there. I am really hoping they stay there. But I doubt it. I think they're going to keep going, because they're doing the same thing I am. They're probably all going to site one of the 50s. So anyway, I got to keep going. Really easy paddling because it's a tailwind, and the sup is really good in the tailwind. It just surfs its way in really nice. So that's awesome. So anyway, gotta pack up and keep going. It's definitely overcast and you can feel the weather's changing again. So it's supposed to rain all afternoon. Yay! So hopefully I can make it to that cabin. And hopefully I have it to myself, which I'm not going to bet on, but you never know. So right now it's my last morning on the circuit. And I'm just lazily floating down the Bowron River. This is actually one of my favorite spots the whole trip. It's really pretty. It's just a really mellow outlet into the lake. If I'm lucky, I'll see a moose this morning because it's nice and early. And I stayed with a really nice family last night. They're going to be going to Barkerville for 2 days after this. But I'm going to be heading home. And yeah, I'm going to miss this with no rain. No rain this morning. Although I did have slugs climbing all over my tarp this morning. I don't know how they got on it, but they did. But I'm glad to get all the bugs here too. It's a very buggy area of the circuit. But if you stay covered up, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's super, super pretty, super nice. Lots of beavers. That's the family. The kids are having a blast. There's like 5 of them. So right now, I'm surrounded. There's a beaver there. I just had all 3 of them slap their tails at me. There's 3. One was like building something over here. Another one was over there. Oh, there he is. He's all ticked off. Yeah, they're very annoyed that I'm right here. They're very, very annoyed. But it's so funny. Oh crap, there's 3 of them.